Hey guys, this is Daniel from Welch Collectibles. We'll start with some good news. It looks like Sacred Legacy is coming out with their second print run, which is, call it second edition, whatever the case may be, next month. All right, at the beginning of August, those products will be available, and it looks like they've extended their shipping to include many different countries now outside of the US and Australia, which is good news for us as collectors because the product is growing. Now, I sell cards, all right? I have an eBay business, and I noticed a major discrepancy recently, and I thought I would share this with you guys so that you guys could be aware of it. We have on the screen here two competing grading companies, all right? One is Tag, one is PSA, and I don't want to get this into a debate of which one is better. I use PSA and have for many years, and I'll continue to use PSA. One of the major arguments has been recently, PSA had to shut down their value submissions, and a lot of people went to Tag and other companies, but then Tag had to do the same thing because they were overwhelmed with submissions. So whichever one you choose, that's up to you. However, these are pictures of two active listings on eBay. Same card from the same set. This set was released in 2025. The Early Believers bundle came out in 2025, December of 2025. Hence, the year marker on the bottom left of this card is 2025. Yes, the first edition print run continued till about June of 2026. But those first editions were from December 25 to roughly June of 2026. The second release, or the second print run, which comes out next month, will be identified as 2026 cards. The bottom left-hand side of that card will be 2026. Sacred Legacy has already made this announcement, and you can find it on their website. For you first edition collectors out there that are buying graded slab, you need to be aware of this. Tag has graded those first edition cards as 2026. They labeled them as 2026 on there. PSA, on the other hand, has labeled them 2025. Now, this matters to those who are collecting these things as investments or collectibles, whatever have you. If you ask me, I think Tag missed the mark here. The card is clearly labeled 2025, and they have labeled it as 2026 on all of their listings that I've seen. PSA, on the other hand, the card says 2025, their label says 2025. So just a caution to you guys that are collecting the first edition products. For me, I only sell PSA slabs, and for good reason. That's just my personal choice. But if I were buying graded slabs, I wouldn't want anything with the mislabeled year on there. That is definitely going to affect the value. If I went to resell that, I'd have all kinds of explaining to do of why the card says 2025, the label says 2026. Is it first edition? Is it second print? That just creates all kinds of problems there. So you guys as buyers and collectibles or collectors, just need to be aware of that, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. Anyways, thanks for watching.